Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Their Excellencies, the Right Honourable Dame Patsy Reddy, Governor-General of New Zealand, and Sir David Gascoigne.
Te he mauri ora, kei ngā mana, kei ngā reo. Rauranga tira mā koutou ko tatu mai, i rungi te reo karanga a te kāwana tianara, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. He hōnore he kororia he maunga rongo ki runga ki te mata o te whenua. He whakaaro pai ki ngā tangata katoa. Aro haena ngā teina me ngā tuakana e noho nei i rungi te whakaaro kotahi pai mārire.
I ngā mana, i ngā reo, i ngā iwi o ngā hoewha, tēnei aku mihi mahana ki a koutou. Nau mai, haere mai rā ki te whare kawana. Kia ora tātou katoa. I specifically acknowledge our kuia, Dr. Heria Hape, and our kaumatua, Mr. Joe Harawera. Tēnā kōrua. And I offer a very special welcome to today's honour recipients. It's a pleasure to host this investiture ceremony and bring together 6 honour recipients, along with their family and friends, to recognise the contributions they've made to our country. As Governor-General, I have the authority and the privilege, on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of New Zealand, to hold an investiture for her and to confer the honours to which each recipient is entitled. An investiture ceremony is one of the most important duties I perform as Governor-General, so it gives me real pleasure to resume these ceremonies after the disruptions we experienced earlier in the year. On these occasions, it's my privilege to bring together individuals who've made an exceptional contribution in their respective fields of endeavour. Some have a national public profile, others will be well known in their own communities, but what they have in common is the positive impact they've had on the cultural, economic, social and environmental well-being of Aotearoa New Zealand. This will be a memorable day for you and for your family and friends who have come here to celebrate with you. Ladies and gentlemen, as each investee comes forward, I invite you all to join me in thanking and congratulating them for their service to our country. Mr. Ward Kamo will now read citations for each recipient and invite them to come forward to receive their insignia. Thank you.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dr. Mike Matthews of Hamilton, for services to food technology and the food industry. Dr. Mike Matthews is a professional food technologist. He conducted research in the use of membrane filtration to extract protein, technology which contributes $1 billion per year to the New Zealand dairy industry. At the Dairy Research Institute, he helped develop protein-enriched whey products that are now in strong demand internationally. He has held management roles in product development, engineering and marketing, including as CEO of the Tatua Cooperative Dairy Company. He served on the Prime Minister's Science and Innovation Advisory Council, the Fast Forward Board, and the Board of Food Industry Enabling Technologies. He assisted the formation of the Food Innovation Network and advised several projects funded by the Primary Growth Partnership. He has published widely and presented at international conferences. Dr. Matthews continues to mentor young food technologists. Dr. Mike Matthews, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dr. George Mason of New Plymouth, for services to conservation, philanthropy and the community. Dr. George Mason founded and is a trustee of the George Mason Charitable Trust, which has distributed more than $630,000 of scholarships, educational funding and grants to young New Zealanders. The Trust donated $5 million for a new environmental research centre at the University of Auckland. Dr. Mason pledged $50,000 per annum for a 3-year Massey University wild-based study into parasite diseases in kiwi reared in captivity. He is a member of 11 professional boards in New Zealand and internationally. He is a charter member of the Rotary Club of New Plymouth West, having held various offices and contributed to youth programs and international Rotary projects. Dr. Mason has been involved with the Royal Forest and Bird Protection Society and the Taranaki Alpine Club since the 1950s. Dr. George Mason, please come forward. Mr. Gary Wilson of Pukekohe for services to Māori and Pacific journalism and broadcasting. Gary Wilson joined the New Zealand Journalists Training Board in 1980. At that time, he identified that less than 2% of New Zealand's journalists had Māori or Pacific heritage. In response, he pushed for the board and the Department of Māori Affairs to fund introductory journalism courses for Māori and Pacific students. He then initiated national full-time journalism training courses for Māori students in Rotorua. He initiated the same courses for Pacific students the following year in Manukau. He co-founded Mana Māori Media and launched Mana Magazine, which he led for 10 years. He co-founded the Mana Trust, a charitable organisation aiming to strengthen the Māori and Pacific voice in the New Zealand media. Mr. Wilson is a volunteer co-editor of the Mana Trust's e-tangata website. Mr. Gary Wilson, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dr. David Kudar of Auckland for services to mental health. Dr. David Kudar is a community psychiatrist. He established and led New Zealand's first primary mental health care program at Procare Health in Auckland. He now leads the mental health team at Tamaki Health. He has developed several programs to better meet mental health and long-term condition need. He has served on mental health expert advisory boards and trust boards. He has worked with government to introduce a youth peer-led support program, Tu Kotahi, in 4 schools. He is on the boards of the family violence prevention initiatives Safe Man, Safe Family and Gandhi Nivas. Dr. Kudar co-hosted the radio and television show The Nutters Club with Mike King. Dr. David Kudar, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Ms. Barb Cuthbert of Auckland for services to cycling and transport advocacy. Barb Cuthbert is a professional planner who focuses on active transport modes, specifically road cycling. She is the chair and spokesperson of Bike Auckland, which promotes cycling and is a key stakeholder with Auckland Transport and the New Zealand Transport Agency. Bike Auckland has encouraged planners and engineers to cater for the needs of a range of bike users. Ms. Cuthbert has been a significant advocate for implementing cycling projects around the city, including securing funding and communicating the importance of relevant planning projects, and has been instrumental in getting central and local government to work together. Ms. Barb Cuthbert, please come forward. Ms. Jillian Vaughan of Papakura for services to wildlife conservation. Jillian Vaughan is a voluntary tutor for the Pukorokoro Miranda Naturalist Trust, which promotes the awareness and conservation of migratory shorebirds in the Pukorokoro Miranda area. She has been the Trust's chair and the editor of Pukorokoro Miranda News. She has coordinated the Trust's efforts to raise funding and engage with local iwi. She coordinated a major land purchase for the Trust and has led its relationship with the People's Republic of China, home to the Yaluzhang National Nature Reserve, where many of the birds migrate. Ms. Vaughan is an active leader in the Ornithological Society of New Zealand. Ms. Jillian Vaughan, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture is concluded.
Our honour system is our nation's highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces values and behaviours that sustain our communities and help our nation thrive and prosper, and these include service, courage, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of knowledge and excellence. By using their talents to make ours a better society, whether by service to their communities or by their leadership in diverse fields of endeavour, or their commitment to excellence in their own field of expertise, our recipients have set a fine example. To the recipients, it's been a privilege to hear your stories today. You've demonstrated determination, commitment, and compassion in your daily lives. In your own way, each of you has helped make Aotearoa New Zealand a better place to live. In some cases, your influence and the positive impact of your work has extended beyond our shores. Your actions and the stories we've heard reflect the spirit of the words of another great New Zealander, Sir Paul Callaghan, when he said, "What greater sense of fulfilment can there be but to make a difference in the community in which you live?" On behalf of all New Zealanders, I thank you for helping to make a difference in our communities and our country, whether by dedicating yourselves to the public good, achieving distinction in your chosen field, or inspiring others with your leadership. Please wear your insignia with pride, knowing that your contributions are recognised and valued, and others are inspired by your example. Thank you, everyone. That almost brings to a close the formal part of today's ceremony, but before we break for refreshments, can I ask you to stand and we'll sing our national anthem.